Yeah.
1,200 rounds a minute.
Yeah.
It was this replaced the MG34 that used to do 600 rounds a minute.
Yeah.
The barrel easy change. You flip this out, put another barrel in out of the barrel carrier, and you can do it a good clip. You change it in 10 seconds, something like that, and then you're firing again. You can join the ammo melts together, so you got a long chain. It's just a case of watching for the barrel overheating, really. So you do it in bursts rather than long fire.
When did they manufacture first time?
42.
1942. And when did these guns used last time in World War?
They are still used in the Middle East.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when they designed them and built them, this is what changed it all for the change of the rail and everything for firing it. But the firing mechanism is they're still used today. Still doing.
And how far they can reach?
I don't know what's the range of one of these. Steve, what's the range of one of these?
How far they can go? 1 mile, 2 miles?
Yeah, just over 1,000 metres. Yeah.
1,000 meters.
And when they used to set them up, if they were in a defensive position, they'd have them marked so that they had a bigger field of fire.
Yeah.
And if you think you've got 1,200 rounds coming,
1,200 rounds in
a minute.
My God.
You just pull the trigger and they go. So do it in short bursts.
Yeah. And that's used in World War II.
Yes. Yeah. And I said, still use them now. Sometimes you can find them. Boxes that carry the ammo. The Lafayette that it stands on.
Compared to the latest guns, what are the differences? I mean,
To be fair, they used this part, the Americans were using the chambering part, maybe in the 70s, then started changing them. But if you could get hold of one of these off the shelf, they're still about, it'll still perform like it should. And it is a lot of good. Compared to new ones, it keeps up with them, I would have thought.
yeah, that's good.
And they rechambered them to 7.62. Put that in and then just cock it. But that's the main workings of it in there.
My God, that's quite a big knife. What do you call this? What is the name of this knife?
That's just an ordinary bayonet.
Ah.
These just go on the K98 rifle.
Yeah. Are they seriously? Are they just a replica, or they even the?
These are original.
They're the original.
Can't get replicas, yeah. This is original. Spade's original. Tend not to use too much original stuff because if it gets damaged, it's lost.
Yeah.
Hitler's buzzsaw, wasn't it? Yes.
Just making my YouTube documentary film for YouTube for defense lovers.
No, that's not.
Yeah. And how far this can go? Sorry, what is the name of this?
It's a German 81mm mortar.
Okay.
So it fires these projectiles out. These are just replica.
Yeah.
3D printed ones.
How heavy they are?
So they'd be weighing like about 1.5 kilos because they are really heavy. These ones are fake ones. So we do these items that basically you'd have a crew of 5. So you'd have one person carrying the tripod, one carrying the barrel, one carrying the base plate, and then you'd have a couple of people carrying ammunition as well after.
How far this can go?
Oh, it depends because you can put a different size propellant. So it could go a few meters depending on the elevation, or it could go a few hundred meters. So you'd be looking at probably 500 meters easily, and taking some units out with that. Yeah.
Ready? So you have to be very close to the enemy radar.
Pretty close, yeah. These are close support weapons, so these would be fighting very, very close to the front line. Whereas if you want to go any further than that, then you're relying on your artillery.
And how much damage they can do? I mean, in terms of the meter wise?
Oh, easily. If these explode, because you've got to imagine that this is thick metal, and the propellant inside, the explosive inside, would fire the shrapnel out. So if you're in a fixed position, you'd hide behind something, but in the open, you'd be talking quite a few meters of spreadage for the ammunition to go around the shrapnel.
And it's the ground. What about did it explode in the air as well?
I've only ever seen the ones that explode on the ground, but I know that they do have some now that can explode in the air, but we've only ever looked at the ones, So basically, you'd have a propellant in the bottom, which you can see that there's a rather large area inside, and that'd be packed with explosives.
So you can have at least 1 kg here.
Oh, yeah, so obviously, as that hits,